As pressure grows on Arkansas lawmakers to do something about what's called Delta-8 THC, a recently filed bill would criminalize the chemically altered marijuana product. The Working For You investigators found a gray area in the law, which has created some confusion and product ending up on store shelves across Arkansas. One woman tells KARK4's Mitch McCoy she nearly ended up in the hospital after eating a quarter piece of a Delta-8 gummy.
It may be T-Rex.
I don't even know what that is.
But it's what Connie Taylor purchased here that played the ultimate trick.
But I didn't like it the way it made me feel.
Taylor has arthritis and was feeling pain. She says the clerk suggested she buy this, Delta-8.
It was purple and it had like little designs on it, real eye-catching. That's what caught my eye, the packaging.
The packaging, something Taylor believes any child could be curious about. But $10 and 10 minutes later, her world turned upside down.
I couldn't even function. I couldn't hardly work. And then I got sick. I was messed up for 3 days.
Hallucinations, delusions, psychotic breaks in vulnerable individuals.
All from a product purchased over the counter at this convenience store. And remember, its fancy packaging?
Kids can purchase these because it's unregulated.
Understanding the science behind all of this begins with Delta-9 THC found in marijuana. Research experts say manufacturers are taking the natural versions of the THC compounds and chemically converting them into the man-made Delta-8 THC.
And so it has very similar effects as Delta-9.
Dr. Allison Oliveto, the vice chair for research at UAMS, says Delta-8 is not regulated by the Food and Drug Administration, which means there's no oversight. And in some cases, the product is being made in unsanitary conditions.
But they've also found mercury, lead, and other nasty solvents and things like that.
Whatever Delta-8 is, it's very dangerous.
On the back of the package she bought, it states to only take 1/4 piece of one gummy and wait 60 minutes. Then in big bold letters, do not consume one whole piece. Extremely potent. How potent? 400 milligrams. When Working For You scanned the QR code on the back, it brought us to this website. No phone number or address, just an email, which doesn't work. Is selling Delta-8 illegal?
So that depends on who you ask.
According to Scott Harden with the Arkansas Medical Marijuana Commission, the line of legality blurred when federal lawmakers passed the 2018 Farm Bill, which allowed hemp to be sold, but only if it's under 0.3%. Even in states where recreational marijuana is illegal. That ultimately opened a loophole for Delta-8 in Arkansas. Dispensaries are not allowed to sell Delta-8 because it's chemically altered. However, Hardin says because of the loophole, Arkansas's Alcoholic Beverage Control and Tobacco Commissions are not enforcing whether gas stations or other shops sell it.
It's up to local law enforcement and local prosecutors if they want to take action, if they can find an area that they think is something worth prosecuting.
UAMS says the Arkansas Poison Control Center received 21 calls last year involving Delta-8. Some people even found unconscious. Of those, 9 involved minors.
Be careful.
They need to get this stuff off the streets and out of those gas stations.
Working For You went into T-Rex, where Connie purchased her Delta-8. We told them about the loophole and what happened to Connie. The owner pulled the product, something others think should happen across Arkansas.
If the state legislature can find a way, and if that's within their purview to ban this, I would absolutely recommend that they do that.
It's just a matter of time until you see states start taking action because it's still fairly new.
From your experience, could the consequences of Delta-8 be deadly?
Yes.
Taylor says lawmakers need to address Delta-8 now.
If you can't buy it at a dispensary with a prescription or whatever, then you don't need to be taking it.
She fears an innocent person or minor's next purchase could be their last.
Mitch McCoy reporting. The FDA reports at least one pediatric case where a patient died in what's described as Delta-8 exposure. While the bill making Delta-8 illegal is headed to committee next, Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin is weighing in, saying, quote, I support the current efforts of the Department of Health and legislature to ban Delta-8 and similar substances that are a danger to the public, especially children.